Hey, good morning. Thank you all for coming. And before we start today, I want to acknowledge what today, the special significance of December 7th. Today is the 76th anniversary of Pearl Harbor. And for so many in our community who fought in World War II and so many in our community who served in the military, we know this is a day that shaped not only American history but world history, and so I wanted to acknowledge that today. I'm joined today by Ward 2 Councilwoman Deborah Delgado, as well as several folks from our administration and police department. I want to specifically mention City Engineer Lamar Rutland. Today we announce another major infrastructure milestone, the replacement of sewer lines on 3 streets in 3 different wards, beginning right here in Ward 2 on Duke Avenue. Right now on Duke Avenue, crews have already begun work to replace the long, problematic concrete terracotta clay pipe with a new SDR 26 PVC line. This line is about 15 feet in the ground, and after it is replaced and the line is allowed to settle for several months, the road will be repaved, which is welcome news by many in this neighborhood. There are 2 other parts of this sewer project. One such part will occur in Ward 4 on several blocks of Corinne Street behind the 63rd Street lift station. This is an area that actually has a collapse right now. The final part of the project is in Ward 3 on Dogwood Drive, which will finally receive sewer service for the first time. This $1,077,000, $240.50 project will take care of 3 chronically failing parts of our sewer system and then repave those roads afterward. We estimate construction on all 3 parts of the project to be completed by August 2018. This project, part of the CommSWIP efforts in recent years, will replace some of the oldest parts of our sewer system that were constantly failing and presenting continual maintenance problems, such as the case is Duke Avenue right here and also on Corinne Street, and provide sewer to location of a part of a city that currently does not have city sewer service in the case of Dogwood Drive. This $1.077 million project is coming from a funding source that was originally slated to pay for the new wastewater treatment facility. However, with our lagoons meeting permit requirements and the recent settlement with Gulf Restoration Network, this money can now be shifted towards projects such as this to address infrastructure needs that are under our streets currently. There are many folks who made this project possible. Councilwoman Deborah Delgado constantly voiced support for this project to happen in this neighborhood. She once said that Duke Avenue was the worst street in Hattiesburg, and we're glad to finally be able to take care of that one. Lamar Rutland, our city engineer, and Larry Barnes, our public works director, all played a hand in preparing this project for a go. Shouse, Dearman, and Waits helped facilitate many of the engineering specs, and CB Developers is the contractor who will do the actual work. We also need to acknowledge the previous city council and the previous administration under Mayor Dupree for launching the CommSWIP program to get a start on water and sewer replacement in the city before it became totally unmanageable. We also acknowledge showing up late, Ward 1 Councilman Jeffrey George. It's okay to judge him. Finally, I want to acknowledge the leaders and the citizens both in the Arledge neighborhood, the Unified neighborhood, and the surrounding neighborhoods who spoke out and expressed support for this needed work. These individuals have dealt with so much this year, and we hope this is a welcome sign of progress for them. And as we look at this project, we must recognize that we are very much in the area that was hit by the January tornado. And while that tragic event brought sadness, destruction, and heartache for so many for this city and this neighborhood, it now gives way to opportunity if we are willing to be visionary and commit to making that investment. This project is another initial step toward that end. And so I want to turn it over now to Ward 2 Councilwoman Deborah Delgado for her thoughts on the project.
Thank you, Mayor. I want to speak to the residents of this community and ask that you will continue to bear with us as we bring about the level of progress that you have for years asked to see in this community. We ask that you will continue to indulge us. We're going to get through with it as soon as possible, and we really do appreciate you allowing us to come into the community and inconvenience you to the extent that I know you will be inconvenienced. I want to thank the different departments of the city of Hattiesburg who worked so hard to bring this project to fruition. I want to particularly shout out to Director Larry Barnes for all of the years that we had conversations, and might I say, heated conversations about the condition of this street and what was needed in this community. And I know that sometimes it takes a little time, but I'm glad to see it finally here. And I'm thankful to the city of Hattiesburg for improving the conditions in this community. Thank you so much.
Well, we got to take any questions I might have.
Can you just